Okay. Hey, I'm super excited. It's been a minute since I've gone live. Been a little busy, but super excited to go over this topic. It was requested by one of the women in my private Facebook group. So first of all, if you are not, wait a minute, I need to introduce myself. I am Arrettres Hollins. I am the founder of Connecting Love and Marriage. I help wives navigate through tough seasons in their marriage and communicate more effectively and reconnect with their boo. Okay. I have been married we'll be celebrating 16 years next month, and I'm super excited about that. Not sure what we're going to do yet, but of course we got to celebrate. But basically, back to today's topic, we're talking about 7 secrets to balancing marriage, career, and motherhood. Because as a wife, we're pulled into 15 different directions at times. It's one thing to take care of your husband, and then it's another thing to now add a child to that equation. And then, if you're in your career, just want to make sure y'all can see me. And if you're in your career, of course, that's another thing that you have to balance and juggle while also taking care of yourself. It can be tricky, but the first thing is you have to be intentional about it. Feel free also to post any comments you have about this content in the descriptions area. I'm on Facebook Live. Really? Of course, I did put the volume down on my phone. That's my world. Okay. So, anywho. So, if you have a question, go ahead and post it in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. Facebook in my group, sometimes there's a delay in me being able to view the comments that are there. So, just, go ahead and comment, and I'll follow up with that. Also, if you're on Instagram, hey boo, if you're on Instagram and you're watching this, you can post your questions in the little comment section, and I'll try to answer your question before we're over. Okay. So 7 secrets of balancing marriage, career, and motherhood. Like I said, this is tricky. We have to be intentional about it. And there's 7 things specifically that I do whenever I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, or if I feel like things aren't working the way I need them to flow. Okay. And the first thing that I do is I have to identify my season. Okay. That's the first thing. Through life, there's different seasons that we go through. You go through a season where you're focused on your children. You go through a season where you're newlywed. You go through a season where, you have that empty nest season. You go through a season where you're focused on your career. But everyone has a season in their marriage, and you need to know what season you're in. For example, like right now, my husband and I are in a season where we're focused on our children and enhancing our own marriage, but we're intentional about it. Okay. But that's our main focus. Our focus is not our career. God's blessed us with jobs and this to where we're able to financially take care of ourselves. So we're not out there working on going up, we got to make this money. That's not the season that we're in right now. Honestly, our season is really, we're being really intentional about children and family. That's what we're really, really trying to make sure, because our children they range from 15 to 3 years old. Okay, we have 4 girls that we're blessed with, and we had to sit down and say, okay, what is the purpose right now? What do we need to be making sure that we're being diligent about? Okay, there was a season where I was focused on business. It's funny how God works it out. Whatever season we're both in, it's normally both of us in that season. Like literally, when we were both building our businesses, we were both like focused, and we had to have a conversation to where we're not just out there trying to make this money, but we knew where we were going. Okay. So there could be a season where you're growing your business. There could be a season where you're growing your ministry. We know towards the end of the year, our focus is really going to be ministry. because of the season and things that are going on in our church. That's going to be one of the focuses that we're going to tend to. But that's number one. Know your season, because when you know your season, you know what to let in and you know what to let out. You know what to focus on. You know what your goal is. When you know your season, it eliminates you, or it stops you from entertaining things that has nothing to do with that season. Okay. That will eliminate overwhelm. That will eliminate the feeling of, oh my gosh, there's so many things on my plate. No, you know what your season is. You know what your goal is and what your purpose is. Because when you know what your goal is and what your purpose is, you don't get distracted by other stuff. Like right now, they said, well, Arrettres, we want you to travel to speak in Georgia. Okay, because I do have speaking engagements and things like that. But I know right now, June, that's not what we're doing. That's not our goal. We are engaged with our children. It's our season of family time. Okay, so that stops me from having to go run here and having to run all over the place. So that's number one. Know your season. Number two is prioritize your relationships. So now that you know what season you're in, you need to speak to all the people who you have relationships with. These are people who mean something to you. Okay, so the top people that we engaged with was one. We spoke to our girls. We let them know, okay, this summer, this is what our intentions are. This is our goal. This is what we plan on doing. This hair over here is driving me crazy. That was driving me crazy. So when you speak to the top people in your season, or in your who you have relationships with, and let them know this is what we're doing. So spoke to our daughters. This is the season. This is what we're doing. We're not running here and there, but we're going to do these things. Two, you speak to your husband. Okay. Let him know what it is. Make sure you're on the same page and understanding what is happening for this season. Because if not, one person might have one idea and another person and your husband might have another idea. You might be thinking, well, we're focused on kids. He might be thinking, well, we're focused on our marriage. Now, I do believe that even though seasons will come and go, I still believe you still need to be building your marriage. No matter what, you're working on your marriage. You might not be diligently, like as intense as if, you were solely focused on that. But you still need to be doing things like date nights and checking in and pillow talk. You need to be doing all that stuff to make sure y'all don't disconnect. Okay, so prioritize those relationships. Let everyone know, okay, well, for this season, if you have a best friend, you might have to contact your best friend and say, hey, for the next month or so, we're gonna be focused on kids and everything. So don't feel bad if I'm not calling you every day the way I normally do. Or just let everybody know this is what's going to be going on. And why do we do this? So that everyone's in the loop and their expectations of you are based on where you are right now. Okay. Number three, have basically explain your relationship. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. So when you have that conversation with them, and also I want you to prioritize your relationship, you need to put them in order of significance, okay, of which one is most important. Not that any of them are not important, but you have to have a list saying, well, these are my top fives right now, okay? My top five, this is what I'm working on, this is what we're going to handle, okay? Remember to explain your goals and your intentions so everybody's in the loop. I also want to take a break for a minute and let you know I have a complimentary, a free Ultimate Wives Challenge. It's a 30-day challenge, and we dive deeper into praying for your husband, building habits that allow God to really come in and do the hard work that's needed in your marriage. If you click the link in the descriptions area or click the link in my bio, you can go ahead and join the free challenge. It's totally free, and it'll go on for 30 days. You get emails you get actually a couple other free bonuses once you register in there. And then you join our private Facebook group, and a lot of the content's in there also, okay? Also, at the end of this live, I will be giving away a bonus, okay? So you want to make sure you stay on there, stay on here and get in with the bonus. Now, if it seems like I'm talking a little funny, I live in Texas, and my allergies are doing something funky. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. I feel like my head's in like a little cloud or something. So hopefully this isn't distracting you too much. It's kind of like cloudy over here for me in my brain. But I hate that. But that's Texas for you. I'm a New Yorker, but Texas is where it's at for me right now. So get back to the 7 secrets to balancing marriage, career, and motherhood. Number 4 is to develop methods to stabilize your relationship so that it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. Okay. You need to have definite, concrete check-ins. You need to have 100%, babe, we're going to have pillow talk every day at about 7 p.m. We'll check in. Or we're going to have date nights every Friday for this month. Or with the kids, you check in with the kids. So when you are trying to balance all these things, you have to have regular, consistent times where you and your boo have intentionally said, okay, we're going to meet at this time. We're going to go out to eat on these days. We're going to put the kids to bed early on Friday night so you and I can hang or just have one-on-one time. But you have to be intentional about it. You literally, like my calendar, I don't have it on my desk with me, but my calendar literally will say Fridays, we're going to have pillow talk. We even have family meetings on there. Like we have regular scheduled family meetings every Monday night, 6 o'clock. We're sitting down and we're going over anything that needs to be covered. So you want to develop consistent habits that you will follow through with when you are in this season, okay? Have it on the calendar so everybody understands nothing steps in the way. Like if you have date night scheduled for Friday, like somebody needs to be dead in order for you to not go on that date. Like somebody needs to be sick, close to it. Like one of the things that I noticed, unfortunately, a lot of us cancel date night like it's not important. It's important. Like you spending time with your boo is very important. Okay, so I want to make sure that you're not neglecting your marriage because something comes up. Okay, have your regular and check-in times. 5, say no to what does not feed your season. Okay, so like I said earlier, right now we're in a season where we're focused on family. Okay, so me accepting a traveling or speaking engagement in this month isn't something that I would do because that's not going to feed my season. That's not going to help in my goal for this season. My goal is to create memories, enjoy my family, spend quality time, just relax, and a lot of downtime, a lot of relaxing. So traveling right now for business isn't what I would say yes to. Okay. So you need to know there's certain things that I can't do right now. And you have to be comfortable with saying no. You have to be comfortable with choosing, going through your list of priorities, because that was number 2, where you prioritize your relationships. And if it's not one of them top 5, you have to say, okay, well, that's not going to work right now. But if it's something that's going to feed your relationship, for example, this week it came up. We didn't plan on this. We didn't even know what's happening. But our church is our youth are going to Hawaiian Falls. That fits within our season right now of building family. So it's like, yeah, cool. Everybody, we're going to be going to Hawaiian Falls and having fun. So you have to know what to say no to. And then number 6 is you have to know what to say yes to. I need you to get in the habit of being intentional about finding opportunities to feed your season, okay? Because if you're balancing marriage, career, and motherhood, you need to know what is your top priority for right now, okay? So identify times to, let's say your season right now is career. You want to set aside time to where you're looking for opportunities to advance your career. You want to be diligent about, okay, on Tuesdays from 4 to 7, I'm going to be studying. I'm going to be taking classes. I'm going to be going to trainings. I'm going to be doing things that will feed this season. Okay. So the whole point in numbers 5 and 6 is what's going to say no to things that will take away from your season and say yes to things that are going to add to your season. That's going to bless your season. That's going to help it grow. Okay. And remember your season of what are you focusing on and being diligent with yourself and your intentions. Okay. And number seven, no matter what season you are in, it is imperative that self-care is a part of that season. Whether you're focused on your marriage, whether you're focused on your career, whether you're focused on motherhood, whether you're focused on ministry, within every season, there has to be a portion of self-care that you are implementing on a regular basis. Now, self-care can be, there's so many different things that can be self-care. One of the things for self-care for me is going out to eat by myself. That for some reason, I mean, I used to hate doing that, but I love doing it now. Just time to just be quiet. Let me just go eat. I'm just focused on me right now. You'll either see me going out to eat, I'm going to get a massage, or something else I like. Ice cream is always magical. Like, it's always magical. It takes me to my happy place. But whatever it is that makes you feel good, it brings your mind in, it calms you and relaxes you. You don't want to be on go all the time. Because like you'll be busy doing all this stuff, and then meanwhile, you end up having a stroke or have high blood pressure or a heart attack because you're taking care of everybody else and you're not taking care of yourself. So whatever it is you need to do to bring your mind down and relax and be calm and rest. Rest is mandatory. Every woman should be getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. I don't care if you're a night owl. That's fine if you're a night owl, but you need to make sure that you're properly taking care of your body so that you can do all this, because you won't be able to balance marriage, career, and motherhood if your body's falling apart. That's just the way it is. If you're stressed, if your blood pressure is skyrocketing, and remember, when you don't get enough rest, it affects you mentally and it affects you emotionally and physically. Like depression can be brought on by not getting proper rest. Now, I'm not saying that's a direct link. What I'm saying is that will contribute to all the other things that will go on in your life. Because, when you're not getting enough rest, we tend to overeat also, which is crazy to me. I overeat. Thank you for those cards, boo. When we overeat, for some reason, it's linked to depression. I don't understand that, but I overeat all the time. Like I eat a lot. I need to stop doing that. But the point of the matter is self-care has to be mandatory no matter which season you're in. Okay. So just to recap, the 7 things that you need to do to make sure, the 7 secrets to balancing marriage, career, and motherhood. Number 1 is know your season. What season are you in? Number 2, prioritize your relationships. Number 3, have a conversation with your husband and, sit down and determine and talk about what season you're in and those significant others, like your children, people who are involved in that. Number 4, develop methods to stabilize your relationship. So take out your calendar and plan, be intentional. Okay. 5, say no to what does not feed your season. 6, say yes to opportunities and ways to cultivate your season that's going to help your season grow. And 7, self-care, mandatory. You can't scratch that out. Okay, so if you have not joined my complimentary Ultimate Wives Challenge, it's amazing. Click the link in my bio or click the link in my description. It's complimentary. Join it ASAP. Plus, I'm giving away a free Q&A session with me. I have a packet. I've been getting good reviews from it. It's called the Ultimate Wives Starter Pack. And in the starter pack is a devotional. It's It goes along with our challenge too. But if you click the link in my bio, you can get the details about that. And what I'm going to do for the next 24 hours, only for the next 24 hours, anyone that purchases the Ultimate Starter Pack will get a free live Q&A session with me. Okay, but that's only for the next 24 hours. So if you click the link in my descriptions within the Facebook group, you'll purchase it, and then you'll be able to go ahead and email me, and that's only for the next 24 hours. You'll have we'll schedule a free Q&A session with me. If you're on Instagram, DM me, direct message me, okay? But it's in my description. It's the link in my bio, or you can DM me, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I apologize that I'm not as energetic as I normally am, but this season, this weather is doing something really, really funky over here, okay? But I hope the information was helpful. This live will be up for the next 24 hours. Feel free to DM me if you have any questions, all right? Have an awesome day. Love y'all. Bye. Okay, and then we're going to end the live. Hey, Facebook world, I love y'all. Thank you for the comments that y'all have been sharing within the group. Y'all are amazing, all right? Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.